Bristol is on track to becoming the UK's first city centre to ban diesel vehicles. We're out in Broadmead to see how this could potentially affect Bristolians' daily lives.
I had a petrol van which I was unable to drive because I have a provisional licence and I had one of my friends drive it for me. So the ban wouldn't affect me per se, but having moved out of Bristol at a young age and moved back 10 years later, my nose was very stuffed and I had to adjust to all the carbon emissions. So maybe it's a good thing. I think people driving through Bristol in lorries, that should be an exception maybe, because Bristol is a route to other places.
We both don't drive, so the effect on us is a bit minimum, but people visiting us might be have a bit of a difficult time, but I think it's good. And I think it's worth the difficulty that people are going to face because it's cleaning up the world, you know, it's one step at a time.
Thing is, I can see both sides of it, so we absolutely need to do something to curb the emissions somehow, but I can see the advantages of the diesel vehicle as well, being that I have to drive one. A lot of my work is shifting heavy stuff. And petrol engines at the moment, the ones that can do it, are too expensive to run. The diesels are better and more efficient at it. I understand we need to do something to reduce emissions, but it's not being thought through. The average person cannot afford to change their vehicle.
So how would that affect you personally? You said you're from Weston-super-Mare and you've come into Bristol City Centre. If you were charged, would you do the same thing?
Well, the way I'm going to have to do it now, thankfully, from what I understand of the charges, they stop after a certain time. If they do if I do have to get charged, it's just something I'm going to have to add on to my bill for the client.